Up on the northern part of Olympic National Park now, along Lake Crescent. There's about a 12-mile ride that goes along Lake Crescent, which is a glacier lake. A lunch stop at Lake Crescent Lodge on Lake Crescent. This was our lunch spot.
this is the ferry that just left the dock that we're going to be on Thursday. And I'm praying for water that looks exactly like this. When we arrived this morning, there were whitecaps on the water and I was freaking out. But hopefully at the 12:30 ferry, this is always what the water looks like.
We are at Fort Warden State Park in Port Townsend, Washington. And this is where they filmed An Officer and a Gentleman movie. This is Point Wilson Lighthouse out on Fort Warden.
Did you see the way they just swirled around right there? That's the Kraken.
We are out for a Saturday drive at Salt Creek Recreation Area. And we're out here on Tongue Point right now looking at the tidal pools. You can see all the mussels. We haven't seen any starfish like we saw in Cannon Beach yet.
Train's out of here. We are at Salt Creek Recreation Area on a little trail along the headland. We are hiking to find shots where there's no people in the shots, and this was a successful place. It's beautiful. But a gorgeous Saturday morning to be out and about. We are bunker that was placed up here to guard the bay during World War II. Very cool. Oh, and a speed bump to boot. But I have never driven through a bunker before.
This is more parts of the World War II bunker we just drove through.
We're having lunch on the beach. We found a little pullout, and on the other side of the pullout was this view. So we're sitting here in our lawn chairs, enjoying sandwiches with a view. This was one of those occasions where you hike a tenth of a mile and the reward is amazing. This is Madison Falls, down the Elwha River. You can't go any further because they've had washouts down the road, so this is the reward for just a little bit of effort. Beautiful.
Spectacular.
Wonderful. Amazing. Wow.
This is the Elwha River Bridge, part of the Olympic Discovery Trail. It's got a big walking path underneath the main road part of the bridge, and it overlooks the Elwha River. The bridge was built in 2009, and the reason there's a pedestrian bicycle lane on the bottom is because they wanted to keep the top narrow to make it look like the old truss bridge that was here and still be able to have people hike and bike across it. Down here on the beach, near where the Elwha River comes to the ocean. Big sandy beach down here. And people practicing surfing. Up on the road to Hurricane Ridge to do some hiking. It was raining this morning, and so we delayed our start. But it looks like it's going to clear up some.
We are starting our hike on Hurricane Hill at the top of Hurricane Ridge. And this is where we're headed. This is kind of a everybody can do hike, but the scenery is supposed to be spectacular. So it's more going to be a walk this morning and maybe a hike later this afternoon. So here we go.
Well, it was rainy when we started this morning, and now the skies have cleared. It was 57 down in the campground when we left, and up here it's 49, and it is about 9 o'clock-ish. It's a paved trail, so not a lot of rock scramble. Well, there's our trail. You can see it on the side of the mountain going up. And we're about a mile up. That big hill I showed you earlier kicked me. It was a steep, steady climb. Well, there's some of our hike up. Our trail is down there, and I'll zoom in on the parking lot for you.
It's hazing in though now, with the sun coming up higher.
We made it to the hill overlooking everything, and Jennifer decided she wanted to go up to the tippy top, so here we go. Well, we made it to the very, very tippy top. About 1,200 foot elevation gain, 1.4 miles. And the elevation's over a mile high. Little marmot up on the hill.
Way the heck up here, we're going to hike around.
Exactly. Well, that must have been a big pile of snow this winter. It is August 24th, and there is still snow there, sitting in the sun all day. On our way back down, it was about 1.6 miles up.
Of huffing and puffing for one of us, and it's not the person narrating now.
You were huffing and puffing too.
No, not till this little switchback right here. Someone was whining like a 6-year-old earlier on.
Yeah, that was the people behind us.
I don't think so. Well, you're pretty noisy for being little.
There you can see our trail on the way back along the ridge line, and back over there, the shiny little cars over there. Here we are, lunch up on Hurricane Hill.
Lunch with a view.
A little bit of a view up here in picnic area A.
Yeah. Always go with the 18, as the birds, I think, are going to attack us for lunch. I would guess mountain blue jays are going to want to come have a bite, but we'll see. Hi guys. This is our lunch view. after our hike to Hurricane Hill, we came down here to a little picnic area on a ridge, and this is what we get to look at. I'm thinking this might be the most spectacular picnic spot we've ever had lunch at.
We're on our way up to Sunrise Point.
Over there, I believe.
Over that way, we think.
Up along there, around there, over there, up to that. And then tomorrow, if we do the same plans we think, we're pretty sure that's the Mount Angeles / Kalen Ridge trail that goes there, and then up there, and then we don't know where after that. But we'll see. We're gonna get a plan. That was one plan anyway.
The visitor center down there. When we came up this morning at 9 o'clock, there was 2 cars there.
The same ridge from this morning with the burnout trees from Hurricane Hill, you think?
Yep. I think that was. Well, another early morning start up on Hurricane Ridge, and we are hiking the Mount Angeles Trail alone so far.
And the long Clahanini Ridge.
Clahanini Ridge, something like that. Well, there is Mount Angeles, where we're headed towards. I don't know if you can see the trail right along the ridge there. That's what we're shooting for. There's Visitor Center parking this morning. We'll see what kind of zoo it is this afternoon. Little marmot on the trail. Well, this is part of our trail right along this ridge here. We came down off that peak right there. And down that ridge, through these trees. This is Mount Olympus and its big glacier on a clear day. And we're about a mile in, and the trail kind of goes in and out of the trees right along this ridge line. This is actually one of the wider spots in the trail. Well, you can see our trail along the side of the cliff there, and the ridge below the mountains, and then right along here where we just came up, and up and up and up and up. The theme of the background music on this video will be us gasping for air. There's more of the trail we just came along. Looking forward to the hike back where we get to walk in towards the mountains. Although with this trail, you gotta watch your footing. Oh, we just came down through some switchbacks down through that peak. That was fun. Not as much fun as going up's gonna be. And out into the Straits of San Juan in the distance. More of our trail. I'm very proud of Jennifer on this trail. Me too, to be honest. We really haven't ever done a trail along a ridge cliff edge like this before, have we?
We have not.
With Mount Angeles in the background.
Well, that is the little trail that we came around a ridgeline on. And then we get this far and we stop to take a break. And Craig says, oh look, that's what you get to look at on the way back. Like I'm gonna be looking out there and not down here. So I don't go down there. It's beautiful, but we stop often to look, not walk and look.
Looks like we've made it all the way to where the Switchback Trail comes up the mountain.
There's somebody coming up it right over there.
And there's somebody over there. That's a ways down there, guys. And there's our trail. Ta-da, we made it. 2.8 miles. Along some pretty wild trail. We are at the junction with the Switchback Trail. Beautiful view here. You can see the road comes up to the visitor center. All right, on our way back. Both got our poles for the journey back. Legs will be a little more tired this time. Absolutely amazing views. There's Jennifer, doing great. We are walking through the tree stands that are the beginning of the Switchback Killer. That's just starting about right here. About 400 or 500 foot climb of switchbacks. That's a real killer for the both of us. Well, surely we're not going all the way to that trail down there, are we? Yep, we did.
And over the ridge.
And over the ridge.
And down the dale. And up the next ridge.
We thought that was just one of the other side trails, but as it turned out, that's where we were.
Beautiful, worth it, sketchy in places, but glad we went.
This is one of those hikes I think we're gonna say we're glad we went. We feel like we accomplished something, but we think we checked that square.
Yep. And survived, hopefully, in another mile and a half back to the visitor center.
We're back where we started, 5.6 miles later. Full overflowing parking lot. We saw nobody, literally nobody, on the entire 2.8 miles on the way back out. And on the way back, we probably saw 20 groups of people. This is Olympic National Park Picnic Lunch Part 2. We are the only people here. Right now.
It's late. It's like 1 o'clock.
It's 1 o'clock.
Yeah.
This is our lunch company.
Look at this. Mama and baby coming right around the corner.
And a chipmunk on the table.
Chipmunk on the table. Oh, dear baby. I know. You are so sweet. Yes, you both are sweet as can be. But you should not be here. Are we the only ones here for you to come pester? Yeah. Are we the only ones here for you to come and pester? And make us feel guilty, aren't you? I know.